Morning. Someone sold some Oggets well. Saw a water bowser on FaceBay, Facebook Marketplace, that toxic environment. I was like, oh, I'll buy that. 400 quid, bargain. First up, the geezer was like, oh, the jockey wheel's a bit iffy, so just be careful with it. I was like, listen, mate, if anyone knows about a dodgy jockey wheel, it's me. Don't worry about it. Undone the thing, and it fell straight onto my foot, right? I swear to God, you know when you think you broke your foot? Mate. And he was like, oh, you're right. I was just trying to act all casual. I was like, yeah, because he'd literally just told me to be careful of it. So I was like, yeah, mate, yeah, nah, just missed my toe, thinking, oh my God, I've broken my foot. Then I was standing there wincing, like, hobbling like this. Like that. That's the first bit. I took this motor along because it's got one of these toe hitches, which is a ball. I'll tell you about this, which isn't a ball joint, it's a pin one. And I was like, oh, my old truck's got one of them on it. I've still got it, that's handy. So I took my old truck, but I've never taken this pin out. Turns out there was like bits of metal stuck in it that we couldn't get out. Anyway, after like smashing it to death with a hammer, I managed to get the pin out and then put that on. And I was like, is that just gonna jump out on the way home? So all he had in his garage was like this random bit of metal and some wire. I was like, well, if I put that plate on top of that pin and then just wire the life out of it, hopefully it won't jump out on the way home. And it didn't, to be fair. And voila. Well happy with that. I've got a bit of grazing this summer that doesn't have any water and it's like secure. So that is where she's going. Not so chuffed about my foot though. Oh, it was one of them ones that proper takes your breath away. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good, yeah. Anywho, in other news, builder Alex is here fixing the shed, so that's great. Let me show you what else I bought. Someone's had the spendies. So a few months ago, I made a front carrier for my electric post out of a blue barrel. Kind of worked, but it wasn't quite long enough, so it was a bit awkward and it was just a bit Mickey Mouse, to be honest with you. So I've only gone and got the real thing now, and every time I get my camera out, dog has a poo. I'm telling you. It's because we haven't got like parents to lean on or steal stuff off. We have to like buy our stuff gradually and build up. I spent a lot of money on electric fence this year, so I didn't really want to go and buy stuff, but the lamb trade is the best it's ever been and we've had a good go. And if you don't invest when things are good, then you definitely can't when things are bad. So I bought myself the front rack for the quad. By the way, if you order off Rapper, they always send you a Yorkie, which is really good if you eat chocolate. Not so good if you can't eat chocolate because you've got ulcerative colitis. It's just like a tease. Oh mate, does it come with that as well? Okay. Comes with a real carrier as well, had no idea. Excellent. Is that all of it? That's all of it, right. Cool. So that goes on that way round. So I just packed up the last of the fence on the oats. Thought I'd show you this one quickly. About, I don't know, 3 YouTubes ago, when we moved our lambs off that field that was just pure mud. This is it now. I was a bit worried that we'd taken them a bit far, these oats. We got a bit caught out by a real heavy amount of rain, but they've come back okay. Not the best, not too bad, not too bad. We pulled them off that field about 2 days early because again, the rain was coming. I could only get a lorry on a certain day and it was either take them too far or not far enough, and I chose not to take them far enough, which was probably smart. So yeah, that's the oats all packed up, and we had the option to just run all the lambs in, draw a few little fat ones out and sell the rest of the stores, which is obviously like the easy option, done, and then we could like focus on the ewes for lambing. So do you think I did that? No, obviously not. We've moved on to a grass farm now and we're gonna carry on farming them for probably the whole of March and then cash them at the end of March, I reckon, which I kind of had like instant buyer's regret doing that. But you know, never mind, they're up there now, and hopefully we can get them all fat and it'll all be good. Putting my quad back together because it looks like I've broken that. How have you done that? This is what's happening every day. They just get stuck in a tractor rut. They're usually that way, not that way. The crows around them, then they pecking out their eyes. Not lost one yet though. Right, I'm gonna go get some hay for the cows and then we're gonna bring these ladies home tomorrow. So we'll see you then, shall we?
slippery slope. It's not enough to please you. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dime. Oh, 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 says it's a reminder to count your blessings, 'cause it's tally fair, tally fair. They'll put you down and leave you dead, they'll make them scared. Yeah, it's the ugly truth.
Day for it. Can't tell you how much the sunshine lifts my mood. Got me using, these are the last of our ewes. We had a lorry out of here the other day. Access to the farm that we lamb at is a bit tight, so we don't get like huge lorries in there. We had a lorry off with 155, 160, something like that, out the other day. I think there's about 120 left, so I've got a small lorry coming today. It's about 60 a load, so I'm hoping he'll get them in both loads, but worst case, got my trailer, so we'll do a load as well. I might have to just throw a bottom deck on or something. They are pretty fat now, these yows. And you ladies, they are in super condition. Seriously good nick. Too good, really, if I'm honest with you. Way too good. And we got Texels on them as well, so lambing's gonna be an absolute blast. But never mind, I've got little slowy small hands, so we're good. Here they are. What is? Look at this one. Absolute barrel. Whilst we're here as well, we're going to pull up the electric fence, so that is it. After today, we're going to have a lot less work to do for a couple of weeks. It's going to be really nice. Got most of the in-lambers at home, got all the hoggets in one farm, really nice. The end of a long winter. Spring is on the way. I think we've had all the rain that could ever fall ever, so it's probably just going to be a drought from here on in. The lambing will be an absolute breeze. I know it's forecast for rain all week next week. Excellent. Mate.
Big?
Yeah, it's got a leg back, but there you go.
Well done.
The other one's the same.
What, one leg back?
Yeah.
How far back is it?
Just there.
I'd probably...
So when we were getting the ewes in, this one was looking a bit peaky, and I was like, oh, I'll slip back in a minute and pick her up with the quad. Slipped back and she had a bag out and was starting to lamb. But the lambs are obviously fine. She's had a bit of trouble getting the big one out. It's one of our ewe lambs from last year that lambed in August. So she lambed in August and then obviously got in lamb again in October. Yeah, October.
Still on her?
Yeah, August, September, October. Yeah, it's mad. So her lamb was like 10 to 12 weeks old and she got in lamb again. We're going to give these a couple of hours, pull all this fence up, and then we're going to have to take her home. Lamb is started by the looks of it. Please don't at me. I know this isn't perfect, but one day, Ring Fence Farm is coming. Don't panic. They're all good. So nice to have all the ewes, nearly all the ewes home for lambing. So at the end of winter, buzzing to see what our lambs are like as well. Really put a lot of effort into the tups and things this year, so it's my birthday tomorrow as well. I have got to move these in the morning though, because this is the hay ground. We might meant to be off this by now. But it's not technically my fault, so whatevs. Just gonna give them the rest of their buckets. Interesting fact, 300 ewes had these for like nearly 3 weeks, 2 of them, and that's all they've done. I thought because these lifeline buckets were like soft, they'd have ploughed for them, but they have been on good keep, man. That's why they're so fat. Sweating a little bit about lambing because we didn't sell the sheep we needed to sell, so we're a little bit tight for space, which isn't ideal. Nobody seems to want to do the work for lambing, so they don't want to spend money on in-lamb ewes. They'd rather buy them with lambs at foot, so we're going to lamb them down and sell them. That's the plan. But obviously that doesn't help with our availability of space for lambing. Cool. All right then, thanks for being here. Till next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and invite all your mates.